One of my most watched videos of all time is San Marcos versus Carlsbad, and I haven't even touched that in 2 years. So I thought that we would make a new one for 2026 because prices have changed and the market has changed. And honestly, my opinion has changed a little bit too. I've actually lived in both cities, and there are great points to both. So let's go through all of the points, and at the end, we're gonna really talk about which one I think I'd wanna live depending on my lifestyle. The original video was popular because so many people are torn between the two. Obviously, price is a huge factor, but so is lifestyle. They're only 10 minutes apart, but they feel completely different. The video still gets a lot of views every week. People are searching this comparison constantly, but the data has shifted enough that I felt like I owed you an update. So let's get into it. Starting with the one thing that everybody wants to know, which is price and money. So let's talk numbers, and I want to be straight with you. These are current as of early 2026, but real estate moves fast, so always verify with me directly for the most accurate picture. As of now, early 2026, San Marcos median home price was right around 900, maybe a little bit higher depending on the location. Carlsbad median home prices are closer to 1.4, where the coastal zip codes could push average median of 2 million and higher. So what does this mean? San Marcos has gotten a little more affordable relative to where it was. Prices softened over the last 6 months, while Carlsbad has basically held its value. The gap between these two cities is real, and it is significant. You're looking at anywhere between 300 to 600,000 difference on a median home, and that is not a small thing. In San Marcos, you can get a really solid 4-bedroom home in about a 1.1 million range. And in Carlsbad, that same budget gets you into a condo or a smaller home, unless you're willing to be a little farther from the beach. Then we could start looking at single family homes. 2 years ago, San Marcos had a median price of $880. Prices softened about 6% in the last 2 years. And Carlsbad was 1.42 median, relatively stable, about a 2% dip. Now, does that mean that Carlsbad isn't worth the extra money, or there's something wrong with San Marcos? Well, that depends on who you are. And that's exactly what we're gonna get into next. So let me describe these two cities to you the way I would describe to a client sitting across from me. Okay, Carlsbad. Think about this. It's coastal, it's polished, there's a resort feel. If you're in the village, there's walkable shops, breweries. It feels like a vacation, but it gets very busy with people all summer long. The beach is 7 miles of coastline. It's really obviously on the beach, pretty much the whole thing, except for a little bit inland, but not much. The schools are really good, 95% graduation rate, a lot of top 10 schools, and one of the reasons that families choose this. Carlsbad Village is walkable by North County standards. There's the flower fields, Legoland, golf, some world-class hotels, but again, it can feel very, very touristy and busy in the summertime. San Marcos, a little bit newer, more suburban, more families, more community that way. A little bit of a college town energy with Cal State growing so fast. Newer homes, lots of new restaurants coming. You definitely get more home for your money. So a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage with a backyard, you can still get for around $1.1 million. So if a bigger home with a yard is more important, San Marcos is your pick, and it's hiking central, so much hiking. Okay, San Marcos schools, 92078, amazing schools, 92069, great schools. More and more families are moving there. And honestly, it's only about 15 minutes to the beach. Okay, it's a little bit warmer in San Marcos by like 6 degrees. So people are moving up are usually choosing San Marcos because they can buy more and still be close to everything. Here's the honest lifestyle difference in one sentence. Carlsbad is where you feel like you've made it. San Marcos is where you feel like you're building towards it. So a lot of people will go to San Marcos, start raising their families, and then maybe move to Carlsbad a little bit later. So neither one is wrong, but they're just totally different, okay? San Marcos is for you if your budget is between 900 and 1.2 and you want a real house with space. Maybe you're a move-up buyer, you're coming from a condo or a smaller home. You work remote and a commute doesn't matter too much to you. You're a young family wanting newer construction and more square footage with a yard, or you're relocating to San Diego from Los Angeles or San Francisco and want to maximize your dollar. Carlsbad is for you if beach access is non-negotiable for your lifestyle, if your budget is over 1.3 and you have some flexibility, if schools are really important, lifestyle and walkability matter more than your square footage and newness. You might be relocating and want that I made it to California feeling of living at the beach. A lot of people, again, choose San Marcos and then maybe go to Carlsbad later. So the biggest mistake I see, people with a $1.1 million budget trying to stretch to Carlsbad when San Marcos would give them so much more for their money and honestly a very similar quality of life. And on the flip side, people who are beach people, and that is a non-negotiable, try to convince themselves San Marcos is fine. It's not fine if you are going to be surfing every morning at 6 a.m. So just own that about yourself. Okay, guys, let me be direct with you. This is the moment that I'm going to tell you exactly which one I choose. I've chosen both. And the truth is, for most of my clients, San Marcos. And here's why my opinion has shifted from Carlsbad to San Marcos. The affordability gap has grown. 2 years ago, San Marcos was cheaper, but not so dramatically so. Today, you're looking at almost $500,000 less for a comparable home, and it's newer, and that's life-changing money. That's your kid's college fund, your retirement account, your financial cushion. And Carlsbad is still one of the most beautiful places I've ever lived and worked in, and I will never talk anyone out of Carlsbad. And if your heart is set there and your budget supports it, you will not regret it. But you will get higher equity gains in the short term, I think, in San Marcos. Carlsbad, you will always have strong equity as well. I think in 5 years, a lot of Carlsbad buyers are going to wish they'd looked at San Marcos more seriously when the prices were still where they are versus in 5 years when the prices are going up and it doesn't feel like such a good value. Now I want to hear from you. Which side are you on? Are you Camp San Marcos or are you Camp Carlsbad? Drop it in the comments, and if you disagree with my pick, tell me why. I read all the comments and I genuinely want to know. Thanks so much for watching. I'm so excited that you stayed with us, and I'll see you guys on the next video. If you're actively trying to decide between these two cities for your family, I do free strategy calls. The link is right below this video. We'll look at your specific budget, your lifestyle, what matters to you, and we're gonna figure out what city actually makes sense for you. Not a generic answer, your actual answer. If this video helped you, hit that like button. It generally helps more people find it. Subscribe if you're not already, because I'm posting every week from here on out with real North County market updates. I'll see you guys in that next video.